What's going on, guys? Bearded Brix here again with another weekly update. This week I am still redoing the sections that I promised I would start on. I did like I promised, and I started on the comic book store and kind of worked my way down. This section I'm very much happier with the way this turned out. I finished pretty much the comic book store on the outside. I finished the next building on the outside. Aunt May's apartment, the Bricklink store is pretty much done. What I'm gonna end up doing is making this area right here kind of like a patio area, and this will probably go up another story, maybe two, I'm not sure yet. I don't just want to have one massive building and all the other ones kind of be down below it. This will be another building that probably comes up another story, and these are pretty much done except for the interiors. Now let's get on to talk about what I've done on the interiors and show you what I'm trying to kind of accomplish with all this. I did stick with the original plan like I'd promised with the comic book store. Up top is going to be Stanley's apartment. It is pretty much done. I will go back in and add some details to show like some Marvel stuff. The next one up is going to be like an arcade room. As you can see, I do have an arcade machine, kind of like a comic book lounge area. I'm going to continue to build on this too to show like a little walkway and stuff like that. And I'll probably end up putting a gargoyle up here out front, kind of like all the other buildings do in comic books. Down below still is the toy store. Up here, I had planned to do another bigger, like more, I guess you could say expensive apartment. It's like a studio apartment. There's no walls, anything like that inside of it. Then down below, which was there before, is going to be kind of like the shield area. Put some guns and stuff like that in there. I will continue to go in and add more details. But that is yet to come. I'm still trying to get the outside of all these worked out first, and when I find little details in my mess I got over here, I add them to the building. Now the next building I want to talk about down here is special. So I did not talk about this last week. I wanted to wait, and it finally came. We have a very good friend named Chef. All of you may know. He has finally sent us his sig fig, and I wanted to do him justice. And by doing him justice, he used to be a pizza cook, so I have gave him his own entire pizza restaurant. And what he gave us is one of the things he included was a little brick oven. I've created him a bigger one in here, threw some pizza in there, and this will be Chef's pizza store. I will be going throughout the city and including on some taxis and adding the city pizza. The city pizza is going to kind of be known as Chef's restaurant. One of the reasons why I say that is if you look here really close, you can see that Chef is actually in the picture of all of the city pizza signs. So I'm gonna make this his little homage, gonna make this his area. I'm really was excited about this. I've done this and couldn't really release any information because I did not have his minifig yet. But now that I got his sig fig, he has got his pizza store. Now to keep on going down the line, this pretty much stayed the same. I still have a Bricklink store set up, and at the bottom of it, I don't really have much going on yet. I did redo the flower shop, kind of added some more color on the outside of it, didn't make it look so plain. I will tell you that this is still going to be Aunt May's apartment up top, and it still will have the Doc Ock scene. I'm just going to make it look a little nicer and have it to where you can really tell that it's Peter Parker's house. Going down the line, I did take out the coffee shop and make Krispy Kreme bigger, and then on top of Krispy Kreme I kind of have two small apartments. On the two small apartments there's nothing inside of them yet, they're just kind of blank. I do have to order some more of this medium nougat color to continue the top of this building and get everything together on it. And to continue going down, this building right here was kind of a waste of space. I had no idea what to do with it. I was just trying to make it an apartment and didn't really have any kind of style in it, if you ask me. So one of the things I did was I made it a much nicer apartment. Down at the bottom there's still like I'm gonna make it a pet store probably, but upstairs it's got a nice two-story apartment with an outside balcony. I will continue to add some details in this. The interior of this right now is still blank, everything inside of it. With this building right here, I told y'all I kind of wanted to do something from the beginning of this where I had like an idea to throw in Iron Fist and Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat, Shang-Chi, all the fighters that do nothing but like karate and don't really have or rely on kind of any technology or superpowers or anything like that. This whole building right here from the bottom to the top will be the karate dojo. The bottom of this is kind of going to be like for younger classes. I'm going to put some kids in there and stuff like that. But in the top there will be some mats. I'm going to put some Japanese flags up. I'm going to put some things that kind of you'll see some weapons kind of like they used in Shang-Chi, if you've seen that yet. And then I'm going to add some wooden fighting dummies. All of this, along with everything else, is still going to be modular, so you will still be able to see inside of it also. Like I said, I know I've done a bunch of these buildings over and over again, but this will be the final. I'm really happy with the way these turns out. I feel like that I've grown a lot when it comes to building, kind of have an idea of how to make things look more detailed. A big thing I'm gonna have to do is go back and order some doors. I've realized that most all the doors I've ordered for these buildings are just clear glass doors, and all the back doors need to be almost like a solid, you know, you don't want to have a glass door in the back of your building, anybody can come in it. There will be a scene back here in the back that's finished out. The only way you'll be able to see it is if you're at a convention or something, walking 360 degrees around, but I will be showing it in videos and stuff like that. But as promised, I will continue to keep on with this city. I will continue to make it grow. I've said it 1,000 times, I'll say it again, I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I can't wait for this building to be done, have the Aunt May scene show up, this building right here done. That way you can just kind of see the whole block completed from the outside. I do have enough pieces to go in and start detailing some of this. I'm just not sure what I really want to put inside of it yet. I mean, you know, you can throw couches in all these apartments and throw TVs, but that to me is just kind of boring. I would like to show a little more, kind of build on every character. I know that every minifig's not going to have a story. There's going to be no way. There's no way to sit here and explain to you every little thing. And I kind of feel like that one commercial, but it's just it's one of those things that I really enjoy, and I would really like all this just to come together and make sense. I want you to be able to look at this and kind of understand what's going on without me explaining it. I feel like with the minifigs, when it comes to the characters such as the villains and the heroes, I'm going to be able to show that and portray that very well. And like with the minifig for Chef here, if I wouldn't have told you what that was and you just seen it in the buildings, you would have never really known what it is. So I do understand that not all of these minifigs are going to have a story, but the facial expressions of them screaming and running from certain scenes or enjoying a walk or something, I do want to be able to show that, and I want to have that very detailed. I want people to really be blown away by this. With this being one of the first big mocks I've done, all the other mocks were kind of smaller, actually a lot smaller. I'm really happy and I'm really excited with this. I can't wait for this to continue to grow. I have to sit down here, I have to continue to sort these pieces out and find out what everything I need and where all the stuff I have is. I will continue to post videos, I'll continue to show this grow. What I'm going to end up doing is, like I kind of done before, is in this section, since I'm kind of out of these pieces, I'm going to stop and then move on to the next, little section that's going down. The section in front of this will change a lot because I'm no longer going to have the Ninja Turtle pizza restaurant. There's no point since Chef has one. I'm just going to put the Ninja Turtles at his restaurant. The other building like Fisk Industries and all that will still be there. I'm probably going to end up making it bigger since he does have a big tower. I kind of want to show that in the mock and show that the size of it is there. But since it's being in the middle, I don't think I'm going to make it a skyscraper. I don't want it to take away from any of the other buildings on the outside. I do kind of like the idea of how all the buildings that are big are going to be in the surrounding areas. I'm going to be redoing the area where I have the Matt Murdock scene showing up. I'm going to make it a lot more detailed, show some more pipes and stuff like that. It does suck because I have laid all those tiles on the back of there, and there's a lot of those tiles that are going to have to come up now, but I'm going to be much happier when it's done, and I'm sure you will too with the detail that's added. This concludes another week of the update. Comment below. Let's get this comment section going on. I want to hear what you've got to say. I want to hear your ideas. Let's just talk in general. But thank you for watching, and if you haven't yet, please don't forget to support the channel by liking and subscribing. Come watch all the videos. Come hang out with us every Thursday. And don't forget, always, 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 be creative, build what you want to build, and let everybody know what makes you happy.